Today I am going into my budget to show you what I call my bare bones budget. With the whole pandemic and people losing their jobs, this is a very, very real thing, and it is something that I think we should all be prepared for just in case something happens. Hi, I'm Rachel Lynn, and I'm on a journey to living a better financial life. I'm also here to give you tips, tricks, inspiration, and motivation along your financial journey. So as I said, we're going to go into my budget. I'm going to show you what is my bare bones budget. And if you've been following me for a while, then you already know that I like to show you my budgets and kind of set up my budgets before the month begins, and then also recap my budgets, what I spent in the month before, and show you where all that went. However, today is a little bit different. If you have not been following me, then you need to click that red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss all kinds of tips and tricks that I have coming at you to help inspire and motivate you to living a better financial life. So if you have not been following me, then you might not know I recently purchased a house. I say recently, but it's gotten to the point now where it's been a few months. I closed on my house on December 1st, and one of the things that I did in the house buying process was kind of go through my budget and set up a new budget. Well, one thing I didn't do was set up what I call my bare bones budget. I have a little secret hidden compartment in my budget where if something happens and I need to cut all expenses out of my budget, whether that's due to job loss and income loss, or some loss of income, a major catastrophe happens, maybe my furnace goes out or my HVAC system goes out and I need to completely replace it, and all of a sudden I need to be saving money as quickly as possible, then I will have a bare bones budget to live by. So let's go ahead in my budget, and it'll probably make more sense once you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so here we are in my budget. This is what you normally see. This is actually for April, so I'm going to adjust it going forward. But in my budget, I have A and C. So if you are a spreadsheet budgeter like I am, or if you just know the alphabet, then you know that B is missing. That's because I have this hidden right here. So what I'm going to do is select this right here. I'm going to unhide this column and show you what's going on here. So this is my bare bones budget in case of big things, like I said. But what I'm going to do is adjust this, because I never did. I need to go in and adjust this budget so that if something happens, I need to be able to pay everything. I need to know what is the minimum amount of money I need to be bringing in order to survive a big financial catastrophe. I'm going to start up here at the top with my church. If something major happens, I will temporarily stop giving to my church. I know that there could be some controversy over that, but there's a couple of things that can happen. I can make that up, after the catastrophe has finished, or depending on the size of the catastrophe, I could keep paying into it. But if it was a huge thing like a job loss, I'm not bringing in any income, so I definitely would not feel bad not contributing to my church. My church does not call it a tithe. They just say give what you can, and if there's something major that happens, then I can't give. So that would come down to $0. I also would not be putting anything into savings, but that's not something I normally do. This is actually for my emergency fund. My mortgage would stay the same. That's not really going to change. So that is $878.84. I would definitely need to pay that because I'd like to keep this house. I'm enjoying it. I want to keep it. Okay, I have scrolled down here, and next thing is my Nelnet undergrad. Look at this. Like, I had a previous payment of $188.43. Well, now my payment is $77.58 because I keep paying it down, and I'm still in income-based repayment. That's my undergrad, and it still has a payment coming out, but my dad is actually helping me out with this amount. So I just put that in there once a month to kind of just in case my dad doesn't give me money. But I do have a 1-month buffer in there, and my dad has been consistently giving me money in time. I just have to make sure I get to the bank, and I would just contribute nothing. My Navient student loan, that payment is currently not coming out right now thanks to the CARES Act, even though the other one is coming out and this one's not coming out, so whatever. But at least for the next few months, if I can't pay it, then I'm not going to pay it because it's $0 a month that's going in there. So that is something that I can save on in that aspect. Of course, I would not put any extra money towards debt because I would be putting the extra money towards whatever it is that I need. Coming on down here, my sinking funds. I would have to at least put $75 in for my car insurance because I would need that because I'm going to need that no matter what. And I think, I'm not sure what the other $20 was for my sinking funds. I'm just going to, right now, put in $75 for my car insurance. Actually, let me double check my sinking funds. Here's something that I probably should change as well. My car insurance, I think it went up a little bit, so this is generally what I would put in there each month. Right now, I'm only putting $25 in there a month. I'm not putting anything in miscellaneous because it's fully funded. This is not my bare bones budget. This is just kind of my general, like, what I'm putting in there each month. So I need to move me over a little bit here. So we'll keep this at 50. Car repairs and replacement. Medical can go down to 0 because I'm not adding anything in there. Rachel in business. So this is what I normally put in there, and this is just in case I change something for a certain month. But looking at what's most important for my sinking funds, my progressive car insurance, I would keep contributing to that because I would need that money. Gifts I don't need, miscellaneous don't need, house repairs and updates can be put on hold, car repairs and replacement, clothing, medical, Rachel in business, family time, extra change. Yeah. Okay, so there's nothing in there that is of great importance. So really just $75, that is the most that I'll need to put in there because I need that for my car insurance. My subscriptions, if it were to come down to it, I would completely get rid of Amazon Prime as well as Netflix, but I would probably need to keep my Apple storage. It's only 99 cents, and if I can't find 99 cents laying around the house per month to keep all of my pictures and videos on my phone that I have, then I'm in worse trouble than I thought. So I would keep my Apple storage, and then I would also need my HP Instant Ink at the lowest package, which is what I have right now anyway. And so that is, those two things together would be $628. My electricity and gas, I'm still going to need to pay that. I would hope that it would be low. I think I would unplug everything that I had and turn off any heating and air and just like live in the elements. So I would hope that I would be able to save as much as possible. And I'm going to put $100 a month because I'm still learning what my regular bill is. And yeah, so hopefully I wouldn't need more than that. Maybe even get that down even more if I like unplugged everything and like never turned anything on in my house. Then I can keep that electricity bill low. Water would also be, this is actually a every other month bill. You can actually see here where I paid on these numbers right here are for each month of the year. That's when I actually pay that bill. So I would try to keep that down as close as possible as well. But again, I'm still learning what the regular bill is. This isn't going to be a monthly thing, so I'm going to divide this in half. I would need $50 a month. And then for my internet, that's kind of like I have to have internet because I do YouTube here and actually make money online. So this is like part of my job. So I'm going to keep my internet. My trash is only paid every 3 months. So I would put in $20 that I would need to kind of keep building that up in order to pay that bill every 3 months. My Verizon bill is $54. It's going to stay that way. Gasoline. Well, my regular gasoline has actually gone way down, so I could probably take this down quite a bit and only spend maybe like $40. I bet I could get away with only spending $40. Groceries, man, I had that at 25, but I was living at home when it was 25. I know for a fact, because of a recent grocery budget challenge that I took on for myself, that I can spend $50 in a month and actually spend less than that and it be no problem. So right now I'm going to put $50. If I was really in an emergency, I might be able to get that down to $25 if all I ate was like oatmeal for breakfast and ramen noodles for lunch and dinner. So we'll see. I'm not going to put anything towards my household unless I absolutely needed it, like toilet paper or something, but I would actually take that from my groceries. So that's how I would handle that. And then for my teaching budget, I would not spend anything on school stuff. And I would not spend anything on spending, and I would not be going out to any restaurants. So that is a grand total of $1,329.11 that I would have to be contributing in some fashion in order to live. Now, some of that money would come from my emergency fund. Some of that money would come from my sinking funds. Some of that money comes from my dad to help pay for my undergrad student loan, although that all goes to that, but I'm sure that my dad would probably help me out a little bit. Money-wise, I'm sure I could get that down even lower, but this is kind of like, I need this amount in order to live, and I would have to have some kind of income, even if it is borrowing money from my dad. So that is it. That is my bare bones budget. If you don't have an emergency budget in place for just in case some kind of financial catastrophe happens, then I highly, highly, highly recommend that you sit down and look at that right now and kind of adjust some things that if you need money and you've lost a job, something that will get you through, you are ready and prepared for just in case. And the more you are prepared for something catastrophic happening, I honestly think the less likely it is to happen. That's just, Murphy made that rule. So being prepared is always better than being shocked and surprised and completely devastated. And I don't want to be devastated if something happens. I wish that I could get this amount down lower. However, with my mortgage as high as it is, then that does take up quite a big chunk of what I need, as well as other needed bills like electricity and water and stuff. However, there are other options, and maybe I'll do a future video on this, but there are other options out there to help you in case of big emergencies like this. There are food banks that you can go to and eliminate grocery spending if you could possibly do that. There are places out there that can help you with your mortgage and your bills. You could even call your mortgage company and your bills and see if they can kind of extend your payment due date if it's just going to be a short-term budget catastrophe, or maybe they can work something out and get you on another plan for, maybe a couple of months or something like that. So there are those other avenues that you can take if there are major events in your life that completely make things just explode in your life. So before you go, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you already have a bare bones budget set up for just in case. And if you don't, then leave me a comment down below and promise me that you will get that done as soon as possible, just in case. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.